Earthlings! Haven't you ever wondered if we could expand our life past just the Earth? Well, the time has come for us to colonize the moon! You heard me right! We're putting a colony of people on the moon, just like the first American settlers did when they were traveling west across America! You might be asking, why in the world would we want to colonize the moon? Let me tell you, the moon is full of natural resources that are just begging to be mined up, like silicon, iron, aluminum, magnesium, calcium, and lots of oxygen! All of which we can use to make our moon colony a more radical place to be. You might also be asking, Mars is so much cooler than the moon, so why are we colonizing the moon instead of Mars? Well, the answer to that question is really quite simple. Mars takes years to get to, while the moon only takes a few days. The moon can also be used as a cheaper spaceport that we launch exciting new exploration missions from and quest to colonize other planets. It would be a cheaper spaceport than a spaceport built on the Earth, because the moon is closer to so many more planets in our solar system than the Earth is. The moon also has only 1/6 of the gravitational pull that Earth has, and as a result, we don't have to build spaceships that use so much power to fight gravity to get up into space, because the moon doesn't have nearly as much gravity as the Earth.
Don't worry about the major temperature changes on the moon, because we're taking advantage of the albedo effect. Even though the moon is averaging a flaming 212 degrees Fahrenheit for 14 days of light, we're going to have white protection sheets covering our domes to protect us. To add to that, the moon is also averaging a frosty negative and 238 degrees Fahrenheit for 14 cold, dark days. But we're going to have black sheets warm from previous days of light.
Hi there, if you're considering becoming part of our new moon colony, then forget your worries. Considering the moon only has 14 days and nights, we have also innovated a new dome system, which has an electronically pulled sheet which absorbs light. The sun's harmful rays can also affect us on the moon. That's why we've also came up with improved gear and suits for the moon. These will use highly concentrated material made out of hydrogen that will mainly provide protection against radiation and sun. The moon can also be affected by meteors. That's why we've also placed a new system that actually adds steel plating and iron to prevent the buildings to be damaged by meteors. To lower the occurrence of meteors, we've also added a new system that uses missile projectiles to defend the moon colony. It was also built on the safer side, which is called the Maria.
No matter where you live, you need oxygen to breathe. Even though the moon doesn't have an atmosphere, we still have a way to keep oxygen around us. We are going to be mining oxygen out of the moon, and then the oxygen will then be pumped into the dome so that way you can breathe so you won't die.
Getting food on the moon is definitely going to be a challenge, but it's nothing we can't overcome. We plan on building an aquaponics system in a dome-like room that can maintain enough heat to stay alive during the 14 days of night and stay warm enough during the 14 days of cold. An aquaponic system is where there are plants and their roots are going into water that have been fertilized by fish poop. And when the water comes back around to the fish, the poop's all gone because the plants ate it up for their growing, and then the fish won't die. That cycle just continues over and over again until you want it to stop. Our plan is that eventually everyone will have their own aquaponic system in their dome home that can keep them alive and well.
Do you want to go to the moon but you're worried about getting enough water? You probably don't even think there's water on the moon. But there is water on the moon. It's in ice form, but that just means extra cold. And it's already stored in craters. Also, don't let me forget to mention that in space, you only need to drink 1.6 liters of water compared to Earth, where you need 10 liters. And you only need 0.8 liters of water for food compared to Earth, where you need 4. Finally! We
Have
colonized the moon! It's only $50,000 per pound to send something to the moon.
The time to save is now! Journey with us.
Let's plunge to it! Woohoo!